Welcome to the Sky Media Ventures podcast. We're here at Simply the Best magazine and studio where we help small to medium-sized businesses grow by using digital marketing services. Big shout out to Adam Goodkin and his team here at Simply the Best. If you know anybody who needs services, please reach out to me and we'll help them out. Guys, we are in for a very special treat. We are here with Steven Avi, a world-renowned international violinist, actor, polyglot. That's very cool. Who can speak 5 different languages.
10.
How many?
10.
10
10
different
you're
languages.
5. 10.
Double it. 10. Let's go. So Steven and I, we met at a gala not too long ago, a couple Saturdays ago with a nonprofit organization called Changing Lives. I saw Steven there. He was playing. He was just making a big show, and I thought, man, what a special person he is. Let's see if we can get him on the show. So Steve, thank you for on behalf of Changing Lives. Thank you for performing for us, and we look forward to maybe having you back again for our next gala.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me here. I love being over here, man. This feels so nice. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here, man. So
Good.
tell me what's good, man. I want to talk. Let's do it.
Let's go back to the beginning before we even get into the meat and potatoes.
The origin story?
Yeah, tell us about how you got into music and what first inspired you to pick up the violin.
What first inspired me to pick up the violin? I always say this. Listen, I grew up listening to classical music, whether it is through scores for films or for even cartoons, or just hearing live performances from either Itzhak Perlman or Pinchas Zuckerman or all the greats, Andre Rieu, you know. If you know about the violin world, those are the people that I love so much. Paganini, of course, but Vivaldi, but I just love that sound so much, that orchestrated sound, that instrument that just feels like it comes from truly the heart and also just expresses itself in many musical ways. That just it's truly a whole army in one type of instrument. And I told my mother when I was 6 years old, I'm gonna do something different with that instrument.
Wow.
And then at 7 years
At
old.
6 years old. You were 6 years old.
Yes. I literally said that. No one forced me to play the violin. I forced myself. So at 7.
So wait, hold on. So you started listening to all these classical musicians who played the violin and who were a part of the orchestra, and something before even 6 resonated within you that said, I love this sound and I want to develop this skill or something like that.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
Wow.
And listen, my mom is a witness. She's a witness if no one believes that. But that's how it all started. And then from then at 7, I was my birthday, because my birthday is the beginning of the year. So my birthday I got a violin and I went to classes, and then I think a few months later I had my first recital. And let me tell you something. It was everyone loved it, so I was playing something like. And then from there, I went to playing Bach as
But
well.
you didn't even use a stick there. You didn't use your what do you call that?
Do I need to?
Not in that song. No.
No, the ball. No, I didn't need to. But I also believe, and what other greats always say, is that we must not play everything the same. Even you could argue Vivaldi. In real, honestly, anyone that knows about these people and how their lives were, they didn't play everything the same way. They might have played certain passages through all at once, not just everything separate, not all détaché, but all together in one bow. Or they did the complete opposite, or they changed, and I believe that art changes, it grows, So why not do it without the bow? But here's the thing though, I'm not putting less importance on the bow. I actually think that the bow, this is where the violin is. Because of show, everyone thinks that the violin is here, the violin is really here.
Wow.
Well, it's here, but produced from here. So really what you're having is...
stems from your mind, from your
From the brain, yes.
And then it travels down to your wrist.
Yeah, it's the wrist. It's the wrist with support from the inferior part of the arm with small support of the superior part. And then it goes over here into the violin, and this is, I would say, only about 30% of the violin. It's a show, and also because of us being human and us trying to master what is being in tune and synchronization, that this can feel is a little complicated. It's really not. But we have to understand that we don't have frets like a guitar. So what we do is we deal with the real tuning, because with certain instruments like piano, for instance, you have like one note, and then you get like a half tone. But for us violinists, we even have like the small notes in between. So we understand everything from one note to a half tone to full tone, and everything between. There's a bunch of things, quarter, what. It's a whole ocean.
Yeah, and that actually makes me curious. What does, because I'm a runner, I'm a distance runner. I know what a distance runner does every single day, what they need to do. How do you practice every day at this level? Like, what does your practice routine look like?
Okay, how does it look like? It first starts with, I like to pick a scale, so it could be G major, or it can be A major, A minor, B flat major, doesn't matter, just any key. And then you start slowly going up, down, 3 octaves, or sometimes 4. Sometimes I do 4, I complete all the way over here. I think you can get over to about a C. After that, when you get to the D, it doesn't sound as good. I do it a lot of times, I do it anyway, but it doesn't sound good though. That being said, when that happens, you start to play with it. So you do it with rhythms. Dun, 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 dun. Then you can do. So then you play with it, because the thing is, you shouldn't
without
do
the
the
bow,
same
like
way.
you're doing that just with strumming.
No, both ways, with and without the bow. The reason why is because when you do that, your body can do them naturally later. That's the reason why we practice, so that it comes natural for us. Because these, it is, as well as hard we can say or have it be a certain passage or a certain song, they should be easy for us. There should be a flexibility with everything that we do. So really, I start with that. Then I go either with doubles, a whole octave notes with her, which is a whole octave notes. Could be, like a C, C, D, D, etc. And then go thirds. Then you have as well, you can do falsetto notes, you can do just playing with it. Or of course, arpeggios. You need to do arpeggios every single day. And also,
what do you need to do every day? What's it called?
Arpeggios. Arpeggios.
Gotcha. What's an arpeggio?
Arpeggio is so when every key has every key has 7 notes, but we always play 8 just to feel like there's a finishing touch to it. So we go from do to do, but really it ends at the C. So anyway, what an arpeggio is basically basically those 3 notes that coincide. So it will go do, then it will go to the mi, then it will go to the F, then it will go actually back to the do. So it'll be those whole 8 notes. It'll be that repeating this, because those notes are what makes the whole key. You're playing the most important parts of the key. That's how you say it in the shortest form. And then after that, they help you understand how you can change it, which will be changing only the E to an E flat. That's how you would make that would make the change from D major to D minor. C minor.
Steven, I'm curious. You had this vision at 6 years old that you were going to become a professional artist. You declared it, you verbalized it, you had the courage to do that. how did you end up touring here in the States? Like, there's a big gap that I'm curious. Did you end up going to school for, like, did you end up getting a scholarship to go to college to compete? Or, I mean, how was going to school, middle school and high school? Because I know for me, band was introduced to me in middle school, so I had that experience. But what was your education? Like, how did your musical talent play with, combine with your education?
I mean,
Or did it not really?
Well, my parents always wanted me to study something outside of it, so I actually graduated in international relations from FIU. So
From FAU?
From FIU.
FIU.
From FIU, yeah. I have a
Florida
bachelor's in that.
International?
Yes.
University? Okay.
Yes. So, and I did get a scholarship for that, but the thing with violin, you know, I was in a youth orchestra for 4 years, and I was even first chair. I was a concert master. I even did competition. The thing was, you know, I was limited because, you know, in Costa Rica we don't appreciate art as much.
Costa Rica, that's where you're from.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
We don't appreciate our art as much. I mean, there's people that do, but you understand that the people outside the orchestra world, it's very, very different. There's people that don't really want to hear classical music, and as much as that you say that you love it or anyone else, reality is not many people do. So I told myself I wanted to do something much bigger and something that was more not as covery, you know. I wanted to do original music. I really wanted to be a composer. So sorry to interrupt, were you a musician at FIU? Like, were you playing gigs over there, or were you part of their band, or did they even have an orchestra at FIU? Actually, it's a funny thing. I wasn't part of their groups, but they hired me. In fact, I actually have my concert there the 7th of December.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Vivaldi over there. So hey, you want to hear me playing Winter at FIU? Catch my Vivaldi concert right at the 7th of December at FIU. See you there.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna make a special shout out. If you have a flyer for that, I'll attach it on the post as well.
Oh, no, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm really gonna send it to you.
That's awesome.
But no, I've had to know how to separate things. But you know something, I would say music has truly been something that's always been part of my life. I can't get myself out of it. It's really my way to express myself. Whether it's playing, it's covers with this classical music, or even the modern music, as well as just playing my own stuff. I truly love it. I truly do. And honestly, I can't live without it. So whether I'm studying or I'm just busy doing other things too, because I really do a lot. I just love it, because if I'm not doing this, I'm in the studio creating stuff.
That's awesome.
Yes.
You're an entrepreneur.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I believe that every artist really is an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Really.
I think so. I think you're right. What are some collaborations that you've done in the past that really stood out? That you were like, wow, I've made it to a level where a lot of violinists probably don't make it. Like any events that happened in the past that they were big turning points for you that really kind of stood out?
I played with Spice, the queen of dancehall.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Spice?
Yeah, do you know what Spice is or no? If you're Jamaican, you know who she, if you're Caribbean, you know who she is.
Okay.
So when I played for her, and it's funny too, it was her team that actually got me. They hired me to play with her. And it's funny too, because we actually did not rehearse. I knew I was gonna play with her and we knew the song, but I rehearsed with her team, but not with her. She came at the last minute. She wanted to do like a crazy surprise at the end. And what she didn't expect was me to go on the floor. So when she saw that, she was like, what is happening over here? And she loved my performance so much that she even made a whole dedication to me. And from that point, like, so many people at the gym just kept not prodding me, but asking me for like a photo, or coming up to me like, oh my gosh, I love what you did. You're that guy that fell on the floor with the violin. I'm like, yeah, that's me. And also, there's a few, but this year I really loved playing with K-Money Marley, the son of Bob Marley. He was
the son of Bob Marley?
Yes.
What's his name?
K-Money.
Okay.
He has a lot of children. Bob Marley has a lot of children, but K-Money.
Okay.
K-Money is the one that I performed with, and he he invited me to play with him, actually.
No way.
So and he even
Bob Marley's one of Bob Marley's children.
Yeah.
Wow.
And listen, I don't mean to brag, but I actually have his number. He gave it to me. He was like, hey, I want you to have my number. So he texted me. He was like, hey, I know what you did. Like, hey, how are you doing?
That's awesome. That's
I
great.
can say that. But no, I loved working with them. I also...
We know who contacted you for the fundraising gala that we met at a couple weekends ago.
No, believe it or not, actually, it has something to do with that, with that event with K Money Marley. So that was an event that I was doing with the commissioner of Tamarack, Marlon D. Bolton, and Marlon D. Bolton had given my contact to that woman that was doing that gala.
Okay. To Miss Sharon Wiles?
Yes.
Oh, very cool. Very
Yeah,
cool.
so she had contacted me. So it was one person to the other.
Nice.
That's what happened.
Great. So the commissioner of Tamarack gave
Yes.
Miss Sharon Wiles your contact.
Yes.
These are fantastic connection.
Oh yeah, also a lot of commissioners know me.
Yeah.
So Doral, Miramar. Oh, don't even start with Miramar. He's amazing. He was at my wedding.
No way.
No, actually, can I tell them about the wedding?
Tell me.
Can I tell them?
Go ahead.
Listen, this is not listen. So, I was presenting my song a few weeks ago called Papapele, which is a dembo song, something very very different from classical music. But it has orchestration. It's beautiful. You have to hear the crazy thing we did with dembo and violin, right? And what I did for the promotion is I did a PR stunt where I hired a girl to be my fake wife, and I faked my wedding, and everyone thought it was real.
And you did this for a PR stunt?
Yes. And he was the commissioner of Miramar was there. The commissioner of Tamarack would have been there, but it was election day.
Wait.
It was election day.
What? I'm just curious. This is for the show. This is live. This is not
Yes.
on script. But what made you want to fake your wedding?
Two things. One, I had a friend that did something very similar, but it was with a legal problem because he said that he was dating a girl and then he was making out with a girl at the last date, and then it turns out the place where they were making out was not her house but her boyfriend's house, and he said that he was threatening him and he was gonna show the videos and try to arrest him. And then the guy's like, you know something, I'm gonna try to clear my name, so I'm gonna throw out the video now. And that video was just a music video. And personally, I thought that dedication was just incredible. It was something I truly had to tip my hat to, because that's something that I respect. That's something so different. That's something that grabbed my attention. And honestly, I wouldn't have believed it if he did not have that determination. And it truly convinced me. So I told myself, I want to do something like that based on the song, because the song actually talks about foreigners that get married to certain people for documentation. So I wanted to troll everyone on it, make people
You're being a troll.
Yeah, but also have people feel the song, like understand it, like because I didn't want people to just be extras and just be part of a fake wedding. No, I want people to actually think this is a real wedding. It's gonna be.
How many people showed up?
100 something. Listen, I had Muhammad Ali's wife come there.
Oh my God.
I had Frank Sinatra's cousin, Dimelo 305, Outdoor Press. I had all the runner-ups from Miss Israel.
And they all thought you were getting married.
Yes, they all thought I was getting married.
So how was their reaction when they found out this was a hoax?
I have my picture with Miss Israel. No, to Miss Haifa. Miss Haifa. There you go, right there. Listen, I there's so much stuff I can show you from that day, but
maybe you send me that picture. I'll add it to the post so everybody can see.
That.
So everybody could see the young lady he used for the fake wedding.
Oh my gosh, no, that was one of the guests that was there, but
one of the guests.
No, yeah, that was Miss Haifa. But
you have a picture of the
girl?
The lady that was doing the fake wedding with you. She was totally down. She was okay with this whole concept.
I mean, I paid her, of course. You can say yeah.
Oh jeez, Steven, man.
This is the girl that I hired, actually.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So, actually, was really funny was that, I mean, we had that picture where she steps on me.
Let me ask you, what did that accomplish?
It accomplished a lot of things because a lot of people were talking about it. Actually, a lot of people, especially in like the Hispanic world, they're talking about it. But it was at the end of the day, it was actually a great network event. It was a great network event because the thing is, I see a lot of network events and it's the same type of people because this industry and this world in general is small, and I always say it's small and big and small. So, if you go to a networking event, in Las Olas is the same for a lot of people that are in film. And if you go to an event Telemundo, it's the same people that are doing Telemundo or that are auditioning to get on Telemundo. You know, I didn't want that. I wanted every type of group to be there. I had influencers, famous influencers from Ukraine. I got famous Russian model over there. I got a lot of the misses, and not just the Israeli ones. I got much different ones. Miss International World. There's so many I can name from that. I got people from the film industry, the novela industry. I got a Latin Grammy winner that was there. He was actually the one that actually said, I object. Yeah, we pulled a Shrek on everybody. That's how they found it was fake.
Oh my jeez.
And really, the funny thing is, they're saying that was the most convincing part. It was a fun time. It really, really was a fun time. But what did it accomplish? It accomplished this, that I'm an artist that is willing to do something different. And that's what I
that's out of the box thinking. Like who's thinking as an artist you're gonna put on a fake wedding?
It's because and it's not just,
as a PR, as a public relations, stunt.
Yes, and it's got people talking, which I wanted, and it got me a bigger crowd, but also it makes people take me more seriously as an artist. And what I want to do is not just have people listen to my song, because a lot of people say, hey, go listen to my song. No, I want people to feel my song. I want people to feel that they're part of the song, because that's what it is at the end of the day.
Sure.
You know, it's a whole experience. Sure. It's not just listening, it's experiencing the song.
Wow, that's deep.
Yes.
At the end of this episode, or towards the end, we're gonna have to feel the song with the bow. Let me ask you, Steven, what advice would you give someone who maybe is not a violinist? Because a lot of people watching the show probably aren't. They're not interested. They're not maybe interested in music, but they have their own business they started, or they've had their own athletic journey, or they're doing their own job trying to get better in their work up that corporate ladder, or maybe even something else that I'm not naming. What advice, what principles have you noticed that worked well with you that could be transferable to somebody else in that industry?
Connections. And I would say, even if your connections are limited, abuse it. So, for instance, for me to get all those people there that day, these important people that I'm telling you about, I mean, some of them were people I know, but a lot of them were people I didn't know. So, for instance, you have to work on your presentation. And that's a lot of the key things in order to have people be attracted and interested in you. So, it can go with your image, like, hey, how do you look? Because that's presentation. It looks professional. It looks nice. People want to engage more and know about this item or this thing or this person, etc. So, what I did was very simple. I used the limited resources that I had from certain people, and I made a poster. I'd be like, listen, I'm having this person come to the wedding. You should go be there. And not only that, it was a mansion there was 4 stories, one of the biggest ones in Fort Lauderdale, right? So I would send a direction like, hey, you can come to this place, and also you should come and meet all these people that we're gonna get. So for instance, I would have like, here's one artist that said she was confirmed, right? So this would happen. They will confirm, and I will make a poster for them. There, it's very, very, very cheap to make, etc. It's free actually, right? So you make it look nice and you post it. Then if someone will be like, that looks nice. I want to feel special. I want a poster too. Then you give them a poster, and then someone connected to that person will be someone that's really big, maybe even bigger than that person. Maybe it's someone major. You give one to that person. You ask them, hey, would you want one? You do that as well. That way they feel special. So when you have people that are feeling special, making people official, making people feel like they're going to be part of a huge event in general. They don't even care that I'm going to get married. They just care that they're going to be part of something huge. I even told them it's going to be for TV, which it is. It is. It was filmed. Everyone's filmed or released from when they got in. And we're editing the whole thing to release really, really soon, because it was actually a music video that we were doing. But at the end of the day, when you present things in a certain way, the people will want to come, especially the important people. Sure. That's when you get people's attention.
Yeah, I think you said it. You hit the nail on the head when you said you have to make someone feel important. You know, there was this great quote that says, "People won't remember what you said; they'll only remember how you made them feel about themselves."
Exactly.
And if you can make someone feel great about themselves, then they're gonna want to be around you. They're gonna want to go to your fake wedding.
Listen, I had someone that was just there for the cake. I'm so serious. They about to have the cake. It was actually pretty nice. But anyway, they came for their own intentions, but I don't care. What I cared about is that they were there.
Right.
Exactly. So that's how you do it. It's good presentation and good resources, and abuse it.
Yeah.
Truly abuse it.
Sure. We're only on this earth for a limited time. You know, we might as well. Hey, Jim Carrey said it best in a commencement speech. He said, "You could fail at doing what you don't want, so you might as well just take a chance at doing what you love."
Exactly.
Just take a chance, you know. Hey, Steven, what's next for you? I know you told me in the lobby area before getting in the studio some future things, but tell the audience what you got cooking for, with the DC trip and about possibly Telemundo.
Oh my goodness. No, there's no possibility with Telemundo. It is confirmed, okay? There's only possibility that I have two. But anyway.
Let's go.
but anyway, I'm going to DC really soon. They hired me to go over there. I'm getting paid to go to DC. But I'm not just going there to go there, but I'm gonna be with the ambassador of the Dominican Republic. She's having her show, and I'm playing over there. Well, that's where there'll be a possibility for an interview with Telemundo. If not that day, it'll be on Sunday, which is a big gala that will be sponsored and hosted by the Association of the Americas, which for this huge gala that's gonna be happening, and I'm very, very excited. And obviously, I'm going to be at the White House. So
you're gonna go visit President Trump.
Is he there yet? I don't know.
Yeah, he became. Yep. He's there. But that's awesome, man. To be able to go to DC and everything's all paid for. You know.
Yeah.
That's what a blessing.
No, it's paid for, and they're paying me on top of it.
Dude, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
What a life. I have a feeling that sometime soon you should go visit the sunglasses store because your future is so bright. Sorry, that's a corny joke.
Listen, man.
Corny joke.
Listen, let me tell you something. Man. I always say you gotta have a good pair of sunglasses, because if you don't, you can become blind really in the future. And if you don't have a good pair of glasses, I mean, you could really go wrong. So you have to be careful on what you put on and choose correctly, because your eyes are what's most important in this business. You understand that?
Sure.
But anyway, continue.
That was awesome. Just so everybody knows, because if you guys are listening to this audioly, he has 7 layers on his face, on 7 layers of on his glasses. So he just took each layer off. That was pretty cool. Hey, Steven, where can people find you? Where can people listen to your music?
Of course, listen, very simple. Steven Avi, Steven Avi. That is on all platforms. On Spotify, Steven Avi. That's where you can hear all this violin music. And you can hear El Gato as my other account on Spotify. I have 2 accounts. Steven Avi, El Gato. And that is on my other music as well. So there you go. And also, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and all platforms on Steven Avi, El Gato. Very simple.
Steven, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for coming out here. I want to do another podcast with you, maybe in the future, 6 months, 1 year down the line. Abuse this connection, because trust me, as an entrepreneur, you gotta, if you don't abuse it, you lose it.
Of course,
in
man.
business,
Of course.
In the right context. But hey, you got your violin out, you got your bow out. I think the audience might want to hear some live music. Are you ready? Are you up for the challenge?
Do they? Well, let's give it to them. Let's
Okay.
abuse it.
I think they're going to pick up everything, so you're good.
Oh, yeah?
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank
You
you.
can tell that let me get the microphone closer. That is decades of practice. How many years have you been playing the violin for?
Since I was 7 years old, man. So it's been a while. Almost 20 years.
20?
Almost 20. Almost 20. Almost.
Steven, you got a bright future. Thank you for coming to our studio here in Boca.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you guys for listening. Do you have any final words to the audience before we get off?
Yes.
Mi familia en Guapiles, los quiero mucho. Nos vemos muy pronto. 506.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys. Have a great day.
Ciao, ciao.